What's good, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Keep It a Bean. It's me, Robert, over here in the UK. So I'm just going to bring on my co-host. So to start off, I'm going to bring on the guy who started the podcast, the man behind the thumbnails, the man behind the ideas, and the man that came up with the whole idea. I'd like to bring on Always Gonna Eat.
What's going
What's
on,
good?
brother?
What's
What's
good?
going
What's
on? How we
good?
doing, brother?
Yeah,
Chilling,
not
chilling,
bad, man.
man.
Not bad.
Another day, baby.
Oh, little matching little orange there.
I
Orange
see, I
there.
see, I see. We going with the fall vibes for sure. We on the fall vibes.
Right, introducing the next co-host. This man has hats that you've never seen before, the hats that you won't have access to, but this man has a direct line. This man will dunk on your entire family. Introducing D Wilkes.
Yeah,
What it
what's
do?
good?
What it do?
Yo,
I
what it
figured
do?
y'all doing orange. I figured I might as well orange it out with y'all,
What
man.
it
Yes,
do?
sir. Yes,
What
sir.
it
We in
do?
the fall vibes. I like that. Ooh, that's a good one too. That's a
Ooh,
good one. That's a special one.
Yeah,
special.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
man.
All right, introducing our guest. This man has a history that not many have seen in the fitness scene. This man has worked closely with some of the biggest influencers in the resale and streetwear scene. He has put his own design down on a couple of hats, which he will be showing, and he has more knowledge on vintage than your great grandma. I'd like to introduce you to FLO.Goods.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo,
What's
yo,
going on?
yo.
What's
What
the
up?
word?
Good
Yo,
morning. Good morning.
How's it
What's
going? Pleasure,
going on, brother? How
pleasure
you
to meet
doing
all of
today,
you.
man?
Thank you.
before we start, I
Yeah.
just need to do a little thing. Normally, D Wilkes always swaps over to a hat that our guest has created. This time, I'm going to be the one to do that. So give me 2 seconds.
That's how we doing this today.
Oh shit. Hey, bro, that's one of my
Oh,
favorites. That thing's so hard. I love that
nah,
one.
that's fire. That's
So,
fire. You snap,
this
bro.
one here, it's not a fitted, but it's just as important. But yeah, so welcome to the show, man. And it's really
Yeah,
good to
no.
have you. So, yeah, so do you want to introduce us? So, who exactly is FLO.Goods? For the people that don't know who you are, just give an introduction into who you are, man.
Yeah, sure. So, what's good, everybody? Thank you to the boys for having me on. I am FLO.Goods, aka Flo. Um, man, I've been doing this vintage online thing since I bought my first hat, probably like when I was in middle school, and then I bought my first vintage hat probably like when I was 12, and then ever since then it just started to roll. And then like right before pandemic, my mom lost her job, and it was just me and her, and I just sold all my collection, made a couple racks, believe it or not, and I was like, "There's something here." And from there, bro, like this is probably like 2016, 2018. And then from there, it just didn't stop. I just couldn't stop. The online page presence was there. Um, and yeah, man, thank you to my mom for pushing me and always motivating me. And then like it's always been about family. And for those who don't know, like Flo is like my name, it's my nickname, and like it's my government name. Like I just shortened it. But then what it really
Yeah,
stands for, I sat down and I was like, for my loved ones. So it's a deeper meaning behind it. And so like my business is always about my family. And yeah, man, it's never gonna
that's
stop. I have
fire.
a family now. I have a daughter, and so it just continues. It's for them.
That's that's
So,
fire, bro. That's fire. That's fire. Next question that I want to ask you guys. You said you collected all the vintage and everything, but what was that first vintage hat that made you say like, yeah, like that? I'm going this lane. I'm going down this path.
What's crazy? That's crazy too, because I live in Cali and I live in SoCal, so Pasadena Rose Bowl is like our biggest thing here. That's the flea market, and
Yeah,
bro, I saw my first hat I bought at someone's like post, and I like pulled up to I pulled my girl. I was like, bro, this is the first. I didn't buy it because they're taxing on it, but it was funny. It was like, Pro Image before what it is now. It used to be
yeah.
just a conglomerate of like old stock. Y'all remember old stock back in the
That's a
day?
fact.
And
Yeah,
so when I was a kid, mom gave me $20 for the week. I had to make that stretch. I was either doing, bad things or trying to buy something. And luckily enough, Pro Image had like the 3 for 15, two for something like that back in the day. And I was like, man, how come much for one hat? I think it was like $10. And I was like, all right, I got $10 and then $10 for the rest of the weekend. But I'm gonna make it
yeah.
stretch. And I bought an Oakland Athletics hat. I'm not even, I'm a Dodger head, and I'm like, but it was just green and yellow. It was bright. This is the time like back when like the jerky movement was big. Skinny like bright colors
Yeah,
was
yeah,
cool.
skinny
So
jeans, you feel me? Studded belt and all that. Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So this is probably like 2012. I want to say, 2011, 2012, and I bought my first hat. It was $10. I wore that to the ground. And what was funny about this hat is because of the old storage, it had a funky smell to it. So it was the first time I ever realized I had to wash my hats because it had just been sitting for years. And bro, and from there it makes me laugh because I think back and I'm like, bro, that was all just a learning and starting point to where you were gonna be in the future. And like, yeah, that was my first hat. And my first fitted.
Yeah.
This is probably middle school too. Right before that, this is right before that. So I bought my fitted first and then the vintage. But my first fitted, it was the Pittsburgh Pirates two-tone, authentic, the black and red. Nope, no side patch, all black, black nasty under. But this was the time, this is, the homies were all wearing this only over here in Cali. All my homies had all the different logos already and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, I got to be different. I got to get the one logo nobody touched, and that was it. And it was a two-tone. And I remember everybody was wearing the all black ones, but not the two-tone. And I remember everyone's like, yo, what the hell? Like,
you was like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one right here. So, two-tone, something different. Set myself apart from everybody else.
Yep. And like you say, it was always been about that. And like, I made a post about it. I made my post when I dropped my hats. I was like, I always wanted to be the cool kid. I mean, like, I feel like 50% of us did. Like, we looked up to somebody.
Yeah. No.
And it's funny to say now. I was like, I did it. Like, I became that person that 60-year-old me would look at me right now and be like, damn, that dude did it. Like, he's fucking fly. And so, yeah, it's just from there.
You can look back in time and was like, yeah, I was playing that shit on.
Yeah, exactly. So our next question is obviously to the people that are watching, and to the people that are watching, and obviously the influence reached all the way over to here in the UK. What was it like working in a prestigious store at the time, round two? We've all watched the videos. We've all seen the queues that were there from like midnight till the next day. Your face appears on a lot of the videos and things like that. And what was it like being in that vicinity? Because, multiple celebrities came in and you had some of the rarest Supreme pieces come in and things like that. How did that style your vision of vintage? Because obviously round two had the vintage store as well. So how was it for you in that environment, and how did it shape your style today?
So I will obviously shout out Sean, Chris, and Luke, but shout out to the Riff boys in LA. They were really like the blueprint for it all. Like, if it wasn't for Riff, I wouldn't been able to like see the shoes and stuff like that. And so in my head as a kid, I was like, I want to work at a store like this. Like, I got to get into this. And then when round two started online, obviously I was online too. And then a buddy of mine was working for them, just part-time here and there in Virginia, like. To me, I thought the business was set up and everything legit. Like, they were like I thought they were like a corporation almost, but literally, no, it's just a mom and pop shop. Literally, like, it was 3 homies. And so I would hit them up every day. I'm like, yo, bro, I heard they're moving to LA. Put a good word in for me. Like, FLO.Goods. I'm Frankie. At that time, I was the security guard. And I was like, man, I'll be a security guard for y'all. Whatever y'all need, because obviously they're busy. And I would just literally, my security job was over in Beverly Hills. I used to work on Rodeo Drive. Very, very secret. I never told anybody about that. But you guys get the on Rodeo Drive. Shout out my boy for getting me those jobs. I would work Dior. I'd work Louis. I'd work all those stores. I would see all the fly things before the fly thing started. I was like,
wow, man.
And this is the first time me seeing like underage kids, like 15, 16-year-old kids, pulling up and spending bands on Dior jeans. I'm seeing kids spend Dior jeans.
Nah, bro, that time around must have been crazy. I know the money that was getting made was insane.
And this is before the hype. This is what I'm talking about, before like like Virgil stepped in and like all those. I'm talking before that. Like, and yeah. I was like, these kids dressed in Jordans, but yeah, and it makes me laugh. Obviously, that's what it is now. But yeah, it was the first time me seeing real money, like that real tier money. I was like, where I'll swipe and I don't care, like that.
That's like that. That's when people were buying $40 Chrome tees. You used to just see it on the racks and just be like, nah, this is guys. I'm gonna get this. And now the same $40 tees is going for like $400, $600 right now.
Exactly. No. So yeah, so I would pull up to round two after work because the designer stores would close early and round two was open till 8. Like the first ever like store to do that. And so literally it would just be a bunch of homies at the end of the night. Posted. I would be in my security outfit, like goofing around, so pausing people at the door just to mess with them and stuff. But I was really just posted, talking to Sean and everything. And then I finally just one night was just like, "Hey, yo, Sean, hire me." I was like, "I'm here every day. You can see my consistency." I was like, "I love shoes. I love clothing. I love hats more than anything." And I was like, "I think I can help you with vintage." I didn't know a lot about vintage t-shirts. I knew like a good amount. I knew about like the sports stuff, but like t-shirts and like fan stuff, that was something that I didn't really know about. But he was like, yeah, and he's just like, we're planning on opening more vintage, and like this is before the Round Two Vintage store was even talked about. But by the time he was already in LA, and he was already talking about opening more stores. So, you know, that man is a genius. Like for sure, I'm forever grateful for him. You know, props to him. You know, I only worked there for 2.5 years and ended kind of short. We don't talk about that, but you know, we talked it out and me and him. So shout out to him. But yeah, man, like I just asked him one day and I pulled up and he's like, all right, come tomorrow. Like, or like he asked me like, how much time do you need to leave your other job? And I was like, bro, I'll leave it right now. I literally texted my boss and I was like, yo, do I have to put a 2-week notice in? And he goes, well, like, give me a week to like find your replacement because I need to find replacements for all your spots. And I was like, all right, I got a week. And so I told Sean, I pulled up, and this is the time I was at school. Keep in mind, I'm at school all during this time. I finished my degree because I had to do my degree for my mom. It was more for my mom and obviously for me. At the end, I learned it's for me. But yeah, I was all at jobs. So I was working Friday through Monday. I had the worst shift of all. That's why you saw me all the time on YouTube. I was there every week. Bro, my ex at the time hated it because, bro, we wouldn't get out till 8, 9 o'clock. I'm going home, getting ready. 11 o'clock, we're going out to do something. I'm like, bro, I'm tired.
That is crazy.
And so, but yeah, bro, that was the life. I was doing it Friday through Monday, working 11-hour shifts, and bro, meeting people that I never thought I would meet. Rob, you bought the person I say every single time. There's 2 people right now. Every single time they talk about round 2 and they say, who you met? Bro, I met Angelina Jolie face to face. That woman is gorgeous. Dude, I couldn't talk. She pulled up. I worked here. I was like, bro, I like stuttered, and I was telling her, I was like, I know none of us look like we work here, but me, the homie over there, and the homie over there work over here. I know we don't have uniforms, we don't have signs, but like that's who the employees are. Let us know, because her kid, I forget her kid's name, but it was the boy, and he started getting streetwear at the time. He was like 15, and this kid's spending bands at the store, talking about bands, like 4 or 5K every time he pull up. And
That's crazy.
And so this is the first time he pulls up with his mom. His mom goes from the back. I don't know how security guards know, but they know there's an entrance to the back. They pull up through the back, and I see she comes to the back, and I'm letting her. And like I said, I looked at her, and bro, like, this is the first time I'm very star-studded, and I'm like, that's Angelina Jolie. This is the girl that I've watched on screens, Tomb Raider, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm like, that's crazy. And she just looks at me like blinks, and I'm like, I was like, bro,
that's good enough for me.
I would have never noticed, bro. She was gorgeous. So that's number one right there. Number one right there. Number 2, and y'all gonna make laugh at me, but it's all right. I always thought he was the GOAT because he, as a Hispanic person, I appreciate anybody that in Hispanic person that makes a name for themselves in the industry, right? So 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine pulled up when it was the most treacherous time for him. This was when he was threatening everybody in LA that I'm like, whoop, whoop, I can do whatever I want. He pulls up 5 SUVs deep. Wow. Security knocking in the back. I'm on my lunch and I'm like, yo, what the? And I just see it's 6ix9ine. And he's like, yo, the homie's trying to pull up and shop. And I was like, well, what's his budget? I was like, we could either do it from the back or from the front. He's like, no, he's trying to show face in the front. He pulls through our back, goes to the front. You see the clip of me just opening the door of walking through, and I'm like, "Yo, what's good?" And that's it. He just walks through, looks around, and then walks back out. And I was like, I think he just wanted to like people to know he was in LA.
Yeah.
Spot. So he pulled up then, and then boom, 5 whips whipped out. Those are the 2 people, because that made me laugh at that time because, like I said, 6ix9ine was the biggest problem on the internet. That was what 27.
Yeah.
This dude was making me laugh that he was Hispanic dude, obviously, and then now obviously like the joke to me, I tell my lady, I was like, my king is back because he's back trolling even harder. The interviews are funny, and so yeah, those are the 2 people for sure. I'm just like, that's crazy. I met one person that's the start of this school that just had a death sentence on him all the time.
Yeah, no, basically, no, but he's back. He's back to that. So
those interviews are funny, bro.
Yeah. Was it like hang, like stuff like that?
Give me that. No, dude, I be saying that at work all the time. Give me the name. Do that. Give me that.
One more question before we look at some creators. Obviously, we obviously talk about shoes here. So there's obviously one pair I have to ask about. The Sean with the Spoon 97s. What was that like in the sense of obviously I've seen the videos. People were flying into the store to sell them. You know, you had the terminal set up so people can vote for Sean's shoe and stuff like that. What was the process for the staff? Were the staff given a pair? Were you guys given access
we were all
to
given
retail?
a personal pair. We got all a personal pair. We got the special box, the personal pair. I mean, it wasn't really much of a difference between the friends and family pair, and it was just more the box. It was more the presentation. The shoe was the same. But man, like that during that time, dude, that's when the story changed. Everything changed, and whether or not take it for good or not, like because obviously he's only around to Chicago now. It was a pivotal time. Like everything changed, like attitudes changed, mentality changed, and so. But I mean, everybody was our friend. Everybody was our friend. Like, was good. What's the list? I knew how many friends and family pairs there were, and by the time he even got the list, he already had finished that list. So there was no pairs to give out. He was just hoping and praying. Some people wouldn't pick up, some people wouldn't answer, and so for the staff, we were kind of like, well, we'll just get it when it drops, But he blessed us one day, and I was like, dude, that's crazy. To this day, I don't have the pair no more because I you've been down bad before, so you got to sell some things. So I've sold some things before, and man, that pair, I cannot lie, I love that pair. But I have a sweaty foot, and man, is that shoe not meant for people like that?
It's not.
No ventilation in it, huh?
I've had a pair of them, and the silk inner, you have to go a whole size down.
Yeah.
Like a whole size down. I've had a pair, and I had a UK 10 pair. I've managed to pick them up. I put it on my feet. As soon as I walked, they flew off my feet. It was just like they were never going to sit, and so you have to go a whole size down. But yeah, they were a grail pair for a lot of people.
People were voting. The machine was there, and like you would come in, people were like, oh, "Do I get like a code?" People would ask everything and anything to try to get the shoe. And we were just employed. We're like, "Bro, we don't even know much more than what you know." I was like, "Sean knows everything. He's not going to tell everything. The only other person you probably could ask is another boss, and they're going to laugh at you." Like, it was crazy. And so, but it was funny because sometimes when we got the shoe and there's still friends and family pair around, if like Sean would just give it to a random person, and I'm like, yo, it's crazy because like he was just that dude. Like he knew that being nice to the public and being fair, was right. And so, there's some people that are mean about it, and he would definitely get attitude. They'd be like, "Hey, Sean, where my pair at?" And he goes, "What are you talking about?" And so like that's where I witnessed all of that like industry, behind the scenes stuff we don't see, like being a Nike employee, being a Nike distributor. Like, bro, they deal with the worst of people, like, and it's really tough. And shout out to Sean, because I know that probably changed a whole different mentality to him, because jumping from being the friends and family store, like we're just here, we do what we do, and then into Nike, it's just it's a crazy jump, and man, I really think about that time, and he was moving different, he was planning a lot, and you saw Sean becoming the Sean Weatherspoon he is now, like the creative, being designed, because he's like, I can do this now, and believe in the faith, believe in me. And I was like, and that's why, like, I don't know if you guys know it, but like a lot of the round two employees, like they branch off and like are a brand. Like they made their own brand and stuff. And so he would let us know. He's like, anything you guys.
There's a set. I think Sean has a podcast himself over there.
Oh, really?
And I think he has a podcast himself.
That's crazy. So and like he believed in all of us. As long as you were cool with him and like worked with him and did what he needed to do, he's like, if you guys have a brand, like let me know, I support. And he would wear our stuff, and like he believed in us just because he knew the same. But like once he got to that point of Nike, I feel like there was no return. Like it was just, I have to focus on me. It's me now. And I can't blame him for that. That's something that, especially since he had his family starting, that you're focused on that and that only. And so, I feel like that's like kind of round two. The store shifted a little. It was more Nike based and all the brand based. And it's no fault to them. It's hard. I can't even imagine thinking about getting a contract from here and doing like it. I think about that time and the age that I am now, because I was 21, 22, and like Sean was probably like 3-4 years older than me. And so I'm like, bro, being 26, 28, giving all this, like I couldn't even imagine what I would be doing. I'd be like going crazy. So, it was a blessing. And, people, and someone told me like, the question is always, what about like Chris and Luke? And I was like, well, they're business owners. They're around too. It was very different. Like they wanted Sean. And so I think that was the main thing. That was like a whole thing that happened that none of us like to talk about. I'm cool with all of them. But I witnessed it. You know, you see like
Yeah.
Sean, but I'm like, dude, Chris and Luke, they put in the hours. They're the behind the scenes. They show a lot of love to a lot of people. I called Chris my older brother. I called him my dad because like, bro, he took care of me. Shout out Chris, man. He lives out in Chicago now, but like that was my guy. He was 6'7" tall, friendliest man ever. And like, bro, he was the homie to everybody. He showed love, and so like I was friends with Sean first, but Chris showed a lot of love to me, and so I respect that. I still want them to meet my daughter one of these days, so like hopefully we'll get to do that.
Nice.
But yeah, they all put in the work, you know, they all put in their divided work, and so I think sometimes Chris and Luke, they deserve way more recognition, if not just as much recognition, because Luke opened his own store. Chris is still holding down Round 2 Chicago, and it looks beautiful with Dom. Dom's the new owner as well. And, you know, they put in their work too, put in the hours. And
definitely,
if Nike were to give each of them a design, I think it would go crazy. That's something I never said out loud. But if Chris and Luke were able to get a Nike design or a design with a designer brand, I think Luke would be better with designer brand. But Chris with the Nike, it would go crazy. Like if all three of them had dropped together for a shoe, that's what I thought should have happened was Sean done the shoe and then him bring along and then, hey, these are my other people. Let them create. This is their brand. And I thought that would have been sick. Yeah. But, you know, it was just really different back then. And so, and let's be all honest, like during that time, the market and sneakers and hats and everything was so quick. It was crazy. And so, yeah, man, life shifted a lot after that shoe.
Yeah. Well, bro, as we go on the show, we're also gonna be showing hats, right?
Yeah.
You know, we run a hat show as well, and we have 3 words that we like to use. We have 3 words that we like to use when we describe these hats. We have Goya. Goya meaning if it's Goya, it's gotta be good. It's great. It's amazing. Gabagool meaning is good, but I ain't really gonna put it in my collection.
Yeah,
you feel me? And then Gooly is like, you feel me? Like it's alright. So I'm gonna show you two creators hats right here. First and foremost, we're gonna go to Hadalas Fitted. Y'all already know I missed to butcher your name, so if I say your name wrong, you feel me? My fault.
Your name is a good one. hey,
Mr. Butcher your name. That's definitely.
Hey, listen. Well, we need to put an insert right here where it go to Butcher's coming.
Butcher the name.
Y'all already know I'm gonna butcher some names for sure. But I really wanted to showcase this because I think this is dope. I feel like this is something that we haven't seen. It dropped yesterday in Pro Image America. So if y'all didn't know and y'all didn't see this, I don't think there's sizes left. I wouldn't think there's sizes left, but hey, take the chance, go in there, and see if they got your size.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this is a Goya. I hate the video. I hate the video. The video is I hate the dark videos. Y'all already know I don't like those dark videos, but I think this is dope. I haven't seen anything like this ever. I don't know about y'all. What y'all thinking about this?
Yeah, for myself, I think it's a Goya. Like you said, I wish they would have did better on the video of it. We definitely haven't seen the bloody twins yet. That's pretty dope. But yeah, dope concept. I'm gonna have to get on my tablet and look at it myself because this video is horrendous. But it had the video is Ghoulie, but the hat is Goya.
Yeah, the hat is Goya. The video is not it though. But yeah, what you thinking, Rob?
Yeah, for me, this is normally you only ever really see that drip. I think I've only ever seen it once on a Halloween hat this year that someone's did.
Okay.
I think it was one of the Halloween hats someone did kind of the dripping on. I think it was the Houston logo.
The Houston Astros on Society. Yeah.
This is insane. I mean, I don't really wear white hats because I sweat so much. But this is something else. This is I can't imagine there's many sizes of this left.
Yeah.
Flo, what you thinking about this, bro?
This is cold. This is definitely. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a Goya, but I'm not gonna. I wouldn't pick it up just because I'm from LA and I just feel some type of way about I ain't no bad area, but people be tripping sometimes, so I feel sometimes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's a gabagoo for you.
Gabagoo for you. Gabagoo.
Because you like
Gabagoo.
it, but you can't pick it up for whatever reason.
Metallic is crazy.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think this is dope.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a different hook on this. I feel like you can do a lot of crazy things with that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's them over there. That's coming out. That came out yesterday at Pro Image America. So if y'all want, check it out. Go out there, see if they got your size. Next up, we have Mr. 215 Shooter.
Mr. 215.
His drop. Yeah, this one was a delayed drop. It was supposed to be for Halloween, but in my personal opinion, it didn't even need to be dropped in Halloween because the hats is God. You feel me? They got a Seattle Mariners. They have Angels, Anaheim, Phillies, Dodgers, Red Sox. Yeah. Let me go right here to
what's good, Capybara? Good to see you, man. In the chat.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Cap?
This came out yesterday.
Yeah, this is something else.
A poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Yeah, no, this is nice. I think this is done very well.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, what y'all thinking about this?
For me, it's a gabagoo. It's just, I know blue is your favorite color, so you like it. But for me, it's just too many blue. I mean, it's just, I'm not gonna wear it. I just don't see myself wearing it. That's all.
I get what D Wilkes is saying. It's so blue.
Yeah.
Everything
It ain't a bad
blue.
hat. It ain't a bad hat at all. It's just that I don't see myself wearing it to where I'll be like, okay, I gotta get this one. So it's just gabagoo.
Crazy. Is that silver? It's supposed to be silver, right?
Yeah, it's like a satin on the top of the button.
Oh yeah. That's fire.
Yeah. Rob, what you think about this?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm a sucker from the video I released today. I love a good hook. To me, I think this is lovely. I mean, I just like the idea of the whole poltergeist thing and that side patch, the way it hit in that video, it did absolutely, it just gleamed for me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
This is probably a gabagoo.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for the hook, it's definitely a go.
Yeah. It does hit the mark as far as like the TV blue lights hitting you and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Let's go to US Cap King real quick so we can see.
Okay.
The other ones.
Oh, it's on his page. Oh, you mean the video of the other one? Okay.
Yeah. All the because I don't see
the other ones. They don't have videos, but they just in the if you go back to that post with the poltergeist, if you keep sliding, it's more,
okay.
They're just they're not videos, but they're the picture.
Oh, the little stills. Well, we know 215 Shooter is he's a photographer and a video.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He does it well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
So this is
Seattle Mariners.
Wow.
Sinners. This one is nice. This one is nice.
Yeah.
Good movie too. Good movie.
I need to watch it. I still need to watch it. Shoot.
Yeah, I think he hit the nail on the head with the hook of that one for sure. The Sinners joint.
I like that color. I think that's an easy color to wear.
Yeah.
This one right here is my favorite one. Bro.
Which what movie is that one? I'm not familiar with it.
I don't know what the movie is, but I just like the colors on it, bro. And like I seen the video of the side patch. That side patch is crazy, bro. He did the 99. The 99 patch is one of my favorite ones, but it's also a very hard side patch to do because it's so big.
Yeah.
And then the
wow.
Yeah,
that is the what movie is that? Get Out? No, not Get Out.
No, that's it's not him, is it?
No, not him. We both.
I don't know.
You two movies away, and I'm a movie before.
I really I don't know. I don't like horror movies, so
you don't like what?
Tell you, bro. I don't like horror movies.
This
I'm not a big horror. Movie. This one's not that bad, but
yeah, this one ain't that's scary.
Oh my god.
It's hit. What is the name of this movie? I'll find it here in a second. But go ahead, keep going through that.
Yeah. But yeah, and then there's Angels right here. I think this is what the Annabelle.
Yeah,
I know that one.
Okay.
I like this one, but my favorite one for sure is that Boston, that 99 patch, and I think Chris did that one on.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he tagged them.
Us was the name of that dang movie.
Us, there you go.
That's it.
Jimmy made this one. Yes, this
Sounds
Boston. Yeah, this
Jimmy
Boston.
made the
one
Boston.
is-
Oh, this was a pack where he allowed other people to create. Okay.
Yeah, nah. So they added Steph onto this. So they had that's the same group that did the Black History Month one. Because
Okay.
you remember they did the Phillies one and stuff like that. So
Yes, sir.
they just basically added Steph onto the group, which is pretty dope. You feel me? That's their group right there.
Which one?
And then next up, 215.
Oh, you
Jamie,
saying that's the
Steph,
name? Yeah.
Oh my God.
and then
bro. Legend.
next up is Fitted Fire. Fitted Fire actually has a drop coming up with HatClub. They don't have no date or nothing, but I seen it. And like y'all already know, we already said this one right here is like, but when it's done right, it look good. And I think this look good.
Yeah, this does.
Okay,
That
okay.
off-white
I think
is
this
The
look
hook
good.
for me is on this one. I love this movie, bro.
What's the hook on this?
It's All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh yeah. I know that.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
the dog. It's the main character's colorway. I'm not a big White Dog fan.
uh-huh.
I'm like, it's like Rob. I sweat a lot, but I hit my boy. I was like, bro, I'm gonna need this one. This one's
Oh, you got the pink in there with the It's a pink.
yeah.
because this
You
is
see the
obviously.
pink on the side?
I'm guessing it coincides with the Supreme release last week because that had the All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Oh
Supreme
yeah,
flag.
right.
wow, I didn't even know that. Wow.
So yeah, so it must have been
Smart
coinciding with
man,
that.
smart
Yeah.
man.
I'm not
Mm.
about Supreme no more.
That's what. And what
You've
would they call
seen
it?
enough Supreme.
What would they call it? Always tactical.
Tactical.
tactical
Pay
word,
attention.
tactical.
Pay
Pay
attention.
attention. Yeah, nah, this is fire. This is gas. I like this. You got this Dodgers one.
Yeah, that's all.
Pinky.
For me personally, like y'all, I like colors, like the little pink colors, bro. It's gonna get it every time. Every
I'm
time.
gonna have
And
to
then
use that side patch.
Bro.
1988, good year.
This is nasty.
99. You mean this one? Or
No,
you
no,
talking
I'll
about
call that one.
on the Dodgers? The Dodgers.
Yeah.
This one
the
right
Braves,
here.
The Braves. This Braves is nasty.
This Braves is crazy, dog. This Braves is crazy.
The Braves, huh? This man just talked about how he can't wear certain things where he live, and he talking about this one. It's crazy. You gonna write this one? You gonna write this one?
Bro, I'm gonna just buy it and never wear it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
never wear
okay.
it. This is
That man can't
crazy.
even wear. He not even allowed to wear the brick by bricks. He can't even wear
For real, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my
Nah,
God.
but
Yeah.
this is guys though.
Yeah,
This
that's
is guys.
insane.
I like this one a lot, bro. All red out.
Yeah.
You feel me with the subtle hits of the Irish on
Man.
there and the white button. American Psycho.
Hey, did I tell y'all the story about how I found out that color stuff is real deal? They don't play.
No, I
So
want
when
to hear it.
when I went to college, right? You know, I'm from Miami. I grew up in Tennessee a little bit. So I mean, yeah, it's those groups out here, but
Mhm.
you know, when you're an athlete, you don't really pay no mind to that. You know, you're just doing your
Yeah.
thing, right? So you know, AAU teams, you get certain colors. I got an all blue Reeboks tracksuit, right?
Oh,
I got an all blue Reebok tracksuit, right? I moved it. My freshman year, I get out there in the dorm in Cincinnati, and the University of Cincinnati is in the middle of the hood. It's like you step over
Yeah,
the block,
yeah.
you go across the street, you there basically, right? It's gotten better. It's gotten better now, you know, 2025. But so I'm wearing that, you know. I'm going there as a freshman. I got like a duffel bag. I had that in there. I put the all blue joint on, and I walk up to the corner store and stuff. And I'm walking down back to the dorm, and I hear a dude say, "Hey, yo, what's that all blue for?" I said,
Oh,
"Hey, listen,
no,
you know
bro.
me. I ain't really like people don't flush to me like that. So when they say stuff to me, I just went, it ain't that." It ain't that. Kept it moving. 'Cause if I knew,
you was not having none of that. You said, "Oh,
listen,
rip, I
he
already
said,
know where
"What's
you
that all
coming from."
blue?" I said, "It ain't that," and I just kept walking. I knew if I turned around and said anything else,
Yeah.
it might have just, you know, it would have been a longer
That would have been
conversation.
done for you. Your career
It
would have
Would've
been
been another
done from there.
conversation.
D.
And I'm
Wilkes
like,
stood his ground.
Yeah, I'm like, nah,
Yeah,
we're gonna just keep it moving.
See,
I
but-
said, it ain't that.
Out here, if you try to stand your ground, they be thinking that you are from somewhere. That's the problem.
Yeah. If I
Nowhere.
would have been like,
where are you trying to hide it? I'm like, bro, nah.
yeah,
I'm not from nowhere. I'm from my mom. You feel me? That's
yeah, right. Where you from? Where your grandma stay?
No, that's hilarious. Nah, but yeah. So I think both of these from Fitted Fire are Goya for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good stuff.
think
Good
so.
stuff.
I think
Good
so.
stuff,
Good
Fitty.
stuff.
Good stuff.
But yeah, we're gonna ask you some more questions, brother.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into another series of questions.
I have a
Yeah,
question
ask
for
you.
you guys because you guys are more
Okay.
fitted, and I would love to ask this because I think I've asked Rob this, but how do you guys feel about the white sweatbands? If a hat has a white sweatband, is that like a no go for you all the time?
For me, I don't like it. For me, I don't like it because one, the sweat, right? But two, I just even when I look at the hat, it don't even sit well with me. Like I try not to even wear it. Like I bought some not knowing that they were white bands, and then when I got it, I probably don't even wear it like that, just because of that. Because one, like you said, I work. I mean, I work at a factory, but I work in the office. But I gotta move around a lot, so if I get to sweating and stuff, I'm like, yeah. But if it's a night out or something like that, I'll be all right to wear it. But
That's fair.
I like to wear my crown, so yeah.
Well, brother, me personally, I don't mind sweatpants. I love me some good sweatbands.
Yeah.
I for me, I don't know. I guess because I grew up in New York,
Yeah.
I love me a sweatband, but I love me a sweatband even more now. And I'm sorry, I got to throw in the plug because that's just an easy segue.
Oh yeah.
I love me a sweatband even more now because of Crown Clean.
Yes,
For sure.
I tell you every single time, bro.
Yeah.
Every single time, bro. After I'm done using the sweatband, bro. Crown, clean it up, bam, you feel me, and get it clean. I lied you not, bro. That thing works magic. I got a few hats, bro, that I lied you not used to use for work. Disgusting. I'm talking about that thing. That thing is looking like the black on the dome of your hat, bro. I think that thing looking nasty. Crown clean, and that's it. I been done. Oh,
I mean,
I had to run to go get that.
If you guys see the method of me how to clean hats, I have a video. That video is 80K, and like, bro, it's a process to clean it. But if you want the quicker way, Crown Clean is. I always tell people, I was like, if you want my method, this is the deep wash. But I was like, if you want the quick, easy way, Crown Clean, because I'm like, that's I remember Crown Clean. He used to hit me up before, like, and he was asking me, he's like, bro, like, why do you clean your hats this way? I have this available. And so, I was always tell people I put them on too. I'm like, either you can do the deep wash, my method. It's kind of crazy, use a couple products, or Crown Clean is just the easy, quick way, But yeah, sweatbands to me, I don't know, like vintage snapbacks to sweatbands. Like that's why I chose mine as this white sweatband, just because I don't know. It's just that feel. It feels better to me. I don't know. I'm crazy. I guess I'm crazy. But
nah, you're not crazy at all. Because like I said, like as somebody that like grew up in New York, like that was the thing. Like you feel me? All the throwback wool hats, they had white sweatbands. That's what you used to have. You used to have all the whites, green bottoms, gray bottoms, where you will see them here and there, but you'll see them more on like snapbacks rather than fitteds back in the day. You feel me? And all of that. But I'm glad that you mentioned that, right? So I want to ask you a question, right? So as somebody that's been collecting now and everything, what you feel like separates a real collector from somebody that's just chasing like what's hype?
Man, that's a good question because, like I said, I've been doing vintage collecting. I want to say like it became real serious around like I said, 2016 is like when I really got really serious about it, and I was part of this group. The tech group is called WWDSC. I'm no longer part of this group just because of communication errors and stuff like that. I actually became like an administrator for the group. I became just a member up to administrator, and then that's how I did lives. Honestly, how to tell somebody's with the fake, with the funk is like, I can't lie. The patience. I think that's what it really is. Right? Patience. If this dude cannot, especially with a vintage hat, like, let's be honest, they're like, with vintage hats, we all like the quiet part that no one talks about is, man, they made a bunch of these hats back in the day. That's why there's old stock. That's why there's old stock. That's why we find things like that. But the reason it's hard is because obviously they're not in warehouse. You got to go find it. That's the hard part. That's what makes them valuable, right? And people who pay these high prices for a hat, I think are sometimes the most impatient person, because you can find a hat for a good deal, but then sometimes I know you got to pay for the high. But if I see that person constantly on that same IG pay, constantly paying for the high, I've seen people pay believe it or not, 500 for a hat, right? And they'll do it again next month, and then again next month, and I'm like, yo, like, I get it, you got that bankroll, but like, patience, brother, it's gonna come to you eventually.
Yeah,
You
relax,
ain't gotta drop
take it
every
easy.
single time, and it's honestly that, let's be honest, that like Instagram, that online dopamine, like I want the likes because I got the best hat, I got the rare hat, and I saw that a lot growing up with the vintage, especially on Instagram, and we used to call them the no face no case. So people that post online and it would just be an anime person or their IG name, like whatever it be, they would never actually show
but
their
they
face.
buying everything.
Yeah, and it would just be just hats, and it's like, oh, I got the rare hat today, rare hat, and like this is what it really was. You know, you just see them because they want the likes. Like for me, like I said, it was more about I wanted to be cool. It became a business, and then I fell in love with it because I liked looking at the hats. I liked collecting them, and to me, I was doing the hunting. I was out in the fleas. I was out at the thrifts. I was out on Facebook Marketplace before people were doing it. I was out at estate sales and stuff like that, and people would hit me up trying to sell hats and stuff because they just knew. And I think when you're more into that, that's when you really, you know, when people really know you because you wear a hat, they're like, hey, you don't have a hat on. I think that's when, like, damn, you're really passionate about this. Because like, I think at round 2, I don't think I didn't wear a hat for like almost 4 months straight. I can guarantee that. Like, I wore a hat every day to work, and it just becomes a part of you, and like you don't care. And like I said, maybe you don't care about the price, like I said, because you got that bankroll. Like the Ralph Lauren New Era drop, like that was like $400 for a hat retail, and I was like, that's crazy. But if you're really a hat connoisseur, like you gonna buy it anyways, you know, you're like whatever. And so I think it really is just like your patience. Like if you understand that you can get this hat eventually or later on, or I don't know, I feel like some people just do it for the glitz and glamour when, you know, at the end of the day, for me, I love a good fitting hat. I like the way to style it. I like to make a fit out of it. Yeah, I like to stare at my hats. I'd be staring at my hats randomly. Like when I was single, I would look at from my collection and just start pulling out. I'm like, damn, I forgot I had this. I'm like, I think that's what it is. You can sense when someone's really about the hats.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, but I feel attacked by that question. I feel like that question was towards me, but it's okay. I've come a long way from how I used to be. You know?
But D Wilkes, it's different because you've been into hats for a long time. We're talking about the people that have only been in there for like a month and have bought all the rare stuff just to catch up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That was me. I wasn't that person. I was that person. When I first got in the game, I didn't know what was, you know. I didn't know.
No, but I feel like for you, it was different though because you was in the battle scene. So for you, you had to go out there and go
for sure.
Like
for sure.
I need to have this. I need to grab that.
I think that was my downfall getting into the hats. Is when I first came in, the first thing I did was started battle. That I was like, I gotta get that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I came into it like, oh, just collecting what I like, then my collection would look a lot different. But now that I'm seasoned in this, I'm like, I can do with that one. Without that one, I can pass on that one. You know what I'm saying? There's still someone I see on like, oh yeah, I gotta get that. But for the most part, I'm like, I chill now. I chill.
It's hard to chill sometimes too when people drop good stuff. You're like, damn, like I said no this month, but
you're right.
So I wanna ask you another question because actually, like, you know, like with all of us here, we've all been down the era where like snapbacks and tattoos was the thing, right? So what role do you feel like vintage has played in today's fitted community?
I mean, dang, that's so many revolving. I could think about a lot of things. So like, obviously, there were sports specialties in New Era, and obviously New Era won. You know, sports specialty just wasn't doing it. And I don't know, like obviously, I feel like with New Era, it came with so many like they were so official, such a business and such a corporate that once they were the official, they were like the creativity stopped because they're like, we have to be professional, we have to do this. And I feel like sports specialties at the time, because it was a mom and pop business, they were just doing what they all thought was great, crazy ideas, and that's why other brands started following suit. Like everybody was trying to be sports specialties back in the day. Even fake sports specialties were made, and brands that look like sports specialties that were made. So like the 4 big brands were like Sports Specialties, Starter, Logo Athletic, and American Eagle. So I think to this day, New Era, like Fitted still take ideas. I mean, back in, I want to say you guys in 2021, you guys were doing the side baddies. That was,
Yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
homage to, for us, those, we just called them side logos. They were just side logos because they had the MLB logo. And back in the day when you guys were doing those jobs, those hats were like a Dodgers playing logo. I could have got $1,500 for it just to snap.
Yeah, facts.
Brand
Facts.
new.
$1,500 for that snap. Yeah.
Yeah, 15. And like a Mariners,
I saw some of those lives.
Yeah, I saw the Mariners and I saw the Phillies, same price, $1,500.
Jesus.
What was happening at the time? I was good at, bro. I didn't go to marketing school or nothing, but I knew how to fucking make a sale. So I would connect the dots of people who were wearing it back in the day. So for the Phillies, it was Fife. I think it was Fife Dog wearing the Phillies hat, and it's him just going like this, and that photo with that connection made everybody want it. Like, what the hell? This legend is wearing this hat. Like, I need this hat. And then
that was the Philly zone.
And with the Mariners, it was someone from I forget. It's another rapper. He's wearing it, and he's just like cross-armed. And like, I did that photo, put it, and then people were like, "Bro, I need that one too." Like,
Seattle rappers.
That way.
Seattle rapper.
And for you guys, it's basically the same. Like, I saw Fitted's paying homage to it. The white sweatbands, obviously the green UVs. You guys started doing the scripts, doing the splashes, doing the shark tooths as well, which I wish would have got more love. You guys did those shark tooths, and I feel like I wish I was there to communicate how to effectively doing it better, because shark tooths and splashes in our community are worth the most amount of money right now. Like, any of them, easily $200 plus. Especially college teams. College teams are like the rare ones.
I know what you're talking about. The shark tooth joints.
Yeah. The ones with that. Yeah.
How much they going for? Because I might be able to pull one out.
It
depends what you have.
Cowboys don't think so. Cowboys teams are not, but anything like a shark, like a vintage shark.
Yeah, I don't do Cowboys anyway. But
he's a Commanders fan.
Yeah, I think didn't they do it with hockey too?
Yeah.
I think
Shark Tooth
like
got hockey. They got hockey, NFL, NBA.
Yeah. I think I got like a penguin
sitting on a gold one.
Yeah.
I think I got a black
stuff is hot, and that's for sure. But like, so I, all the new Shark Tooths, like we saw them as a vintage community. We saw them. We're like, okay, they did them. We were like tight, but we wish we would actually. But yeah, like, we all see it. Like, we are in our group chats. I got multiple group chats with different vintage heads, and like a bigger group chat with a couple guys.
Yeah.
And, we always share you guys' posts. We share you guys' thing, like, oh, look at this. And we always talk about it. The little tits are like, oh, look at this homage here. Look, we call it homage, or like a variant, or paying your respects and stuff. So
yeah.
Like I said, like that was my hat too. Like, I know we'll get to my hat. Like, I paid homage to like a couple designs, and so I don't know. Like, I made a post about it, and I think this is what I connected to the vintage people most was, I said, right now, all I can think about was when I was younger is the what ifs. What if Sports Specialties made it this way? What if Starter made it this way? What if? And I'm like, New Era is now with me, the first, like one of the first vintage heads, gave that opportunity to make the what ifs happen. This was my what if. I was like, man, what if Sports Specialties had the opportunity to make a crazy design like this? This is what it would have looked like. And so I've been calling out all of them. I was like, y'all can't be afraid to cross over. Because once you cross over, you realize, hey, all these different designs are what I wanted in the first place. It's a Fitted. Now, look, HatClub and other brands, hopefully other companies, are not going to give the opportunities to people like us to pay homage, pay respect, and stuff like that. So I don't know. I love that. Like, the community just keeps it meshes together and growing bigger. So you guys, set a trend, and people saw it. People saw everything.
I love that you say that. I love that you say that, how the different people are giving opportunities out, people like HatClub and everything, right? Because I also wanted to ask you, like, how do you feel that community has evolved ever since, like, since you get more chances now than ever. I mean, you have stores giving opportunities to people left and right, in a sense. But I mean, at the same time, it's limited. But compared to what it used to be, like, to where like it was very selective, how do you feel it's evolved since you started?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, the whole selective part, like, it makes sense in the beginning, because you don't want anybody like, it's the pioneers. Like, obviously, I don't know too much about like the Fitted like background. I follow the here and there, like, but the forget that group name. Oh my God, you guys interviewed them. Rushmore. Obviously, Rushmore was like the founding fathers for a lot of designs and stuff, and they're obviously the people going around. And you know,
we haven't gotten to them yet. We will though. We will.
yeah.
We'll have a sit down with the Rushmore family.
And you know, and other people designs like people over at like I knew Anti-Square over at Trendsetter when he was doing the side baddies and stuff like that. He came from Vintage.
Yeah.
And also like I forget his name from HatClub, the main creative and so hearing him like you had to be kind of like a dickhead because like
you talking about
nobody and
just
PBJ.
Yeah, PBJ. There you go. I keep. There's so many people with 3-letter names. I'm like, I can't.
PBJ Tab.
Yeah, and so I feel like you kind of have to be that type of attitude where like, nah, I'm not gonna let everybody in because once everybody in, everyone's just gonna abuse the power. You kind of have to. And now, that's where the rollout is. You know, where like, hey, we had the creators, and now people obviously, you know, HatClub heard it, and like, people are very creative. People are geniuses. Everyone has their own niche. Everyone has their own market, and it's just a way that we can all build together. Like, you know, it might be weird, but later on we might see, you know, I'm not saying anything, but like a girl that works on a completely different idea design the hat, you know, and it might be good because, hey, that market now comes into here and stuff. So I think it's really genius as a marketing idea business because it opens. But like, I think it's great because we all have creativity. It all allows us to see a hat that we might have never even seen before. This person using this color and that color, this design. And yeah, it would definitely to me, it's the best move ever because you'll now allow creativity. And even then, designs can be turned down. Like my design could have not been accepted. It could have not been. And you know, it happened to somebody too. Like we had one person that their design just didn't go through. It went through the process and it stopped.
Right.
And like didn't get produced. And so that's the reality of it. So I think it's great because you can see the potential. You can see the like where the creativity stops and stuff like that. I had actually a couple designs that I sent to HatClub for my snapback originally. I had 2-3 different designs that I wanted to do, and they weren't approved. And like I was like, okay, well, there's the creativity. That's how much it goes, and that's where we landed on this. And so honestly, it was fun to see it because we now like go on a podcast and explain our adventure and see what happened, and you know, give people the opportunity to see behind the doors. It's not as easy as, hey, pick a color, choose a color, this embroidery, that embroidery, and boom, send it. No, it's not as easy as that. I wish it was. We all wish it was, or else we'd all be doing it. But there's a lot more to it. You know, I used to work with Chalkline. My buddy Curtis used to design for them, and I would just kind of help behind the works, like help out whenever I could and stuff like that. I used to work at I worked at Complex for them, and seeing the whole behind the scenes, like licensing is crazy. It is complex. It is something I would never want to get into because it's just so stressful. And so getting those licenses, those contracts and stuff like that, you know, we're lucky to even get like some designs at all, you know, because brands can be such sticklers and just say no. So right now we should be thankful where the hat community is because the pioneers definitely probably went through way more shit than we did. The pioneers got a lot more no's, a lot more, what, are you dumb? Are you stupid? But now they saw the money, they see this, and now shout out to all of them because us as creatives, especially in the social media age, like I grew up with social media, like there's no doubt about it. And, you know, being able to go from here to that is, you know, like it feels good. It feels good to be recognized. And even if it's a small design, even if I didn't sell out, I feel so good and feel so proud of what I've done. I hope all of the ambassadors do. So, you know, I never thought as a Latino, like if I asked myself back in middle school, I used to go to Wilson Middle School over here in LA. If I would ask myself, hey, do you think you're going to make a hat in 20 years? You're like, what? Just buy hats. Like to now I made a hat with HatClub New Era. Like it is insane. Like right now I'm like starting to get goosebumps and shake because I'm like, bro, like you should be proud of yourself, bro. Like the little kid in you, like is so proud of you. And it's just a lot, you know, it's just, I think HatClub is making big dreams come true. And I hope they know that. Shout out to Panda, Davi, shout out to Wilder, like whether they love or hate.
I was gonna wait on that, but I see the emotion and the feels. But go ahead.
I was about to say, you can go into that, but I was gonna say, Flo, go ahead, let it flow, man. Be the first one to cry on Keep It a Bean, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a big emotional. I can't lie. Like, I've always been emotional, but having my daughter and stuff like this makes me like realize, like, bro, like we really be doing this stuff. Like all of us as creatives and people, like that come from the struggle and stuff like that. It's a beautiful thing. And so I want to thank everybody that watches this. Shout out to you guys and shout out to Rob. Like it's crazy. Life is crazy, and like take these moments and you look back and you're like, the younger you is so fucking proud of you. So don't forget that. Make the younger you proud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So as you're saying, make the younger you proud. Let's think about this beautiful hat that you have in your head right now, and this drop right here, bro. How they give you the opportunity? What what is like being a Hat Club ambassador? What goes behind the scenes for this? How'd you come up with this opportunity to be able to create this gems right here? Well, this one right here. Let's go. Yeah, let's talk about this right here.
Talk about how you made the first Atlanta second one where I can say, oh, you what? That A don't look crooked. Yeah. I like it. It's dope.
Thank you. So man, Davi actually hit me up like a year and a half ago. She followed my page and I was like, yo, like who's this? Because I recognize, saw she had a check mark and I was like, oh, I bet, let me go follow.
Yeah.
And she was like, yo, I love your hats. Like, I'll probably buy something off of you and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I just, I told them I love fitteds. I love all that. And, we do everything. And she's like, oh, yeah. And so, I don't know. It's just more back and forth of her, like, letting me know. And then one day she's like, hey, like, we're going to send you a pack. I think I bought something and, like, I reviewed it. I reviewed a HatClub hat because I wanted it.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, like, we love that review. Like, do you mind? We might send you something. And that's when that's when they're doing the, we call it the shadow. I don't know if you guys call it, but it was the MLB. And it was where they had the Rob, you know what I'm talking about. It's the shadow image of all the MLB ones.
Yeah. I remember it on your page. I remember I responded to your story when you put
big Dodgers, Phillies. There's a bunch of them, and like basically, like vintage community went crazy because that's the shadow is one of the most right now is the most popular. It used to not be, but then it became super popular, and it was crazy. That metallic silver on it was crazy. So I was like, yeah, I bet. Like if I can get that Dodgers one, let me know. I'll review it. I ended up not getting it, and I was like, "Oh man," because it sold out before it even like hit the stores. Apparently, like you know how that goes. And what's it called? I got the Phillies, and that's when I was like, "Man, I love these hats. They're doing it so well. This embroidery is so well." And like, there was just no lie. I was just like, "I love this hat." And then from there, I was just doing my own thing, posting about vintage, posting content, and this is before my daughter was born. I had more time, and so. I would just be posting content and stuff like that. And she was like, you know what? Like, we want to work out a contract. You can be a hat ambassador. And like, this is after a year and a half of just doing stuff. I was just keep talking with her. So don't ever think, guys, not no overnight success. You definitely need to put in the work. You definitely need to show what you got. You need to show your creative side. You need to be creative.
Yeah.
If you're not creative, it's okay to say I'm not creative.
But that's the thing, right? So for me, obviously, I literally learned from you when I first started talking to you. I think you were the first hat, like US-based hat person that I started following a couple of years back. And I remember seeing all your videos and everything like that and talking to you. And it's one of the reasons that I always tell people just to make content, because it's like, you can have the best collection in the world, but if you're not actively showing that you're about it, by posting and things like that, it's difficult to come across as genuine.
Yeah.
Which is why obviously you post reviews, you be creative and stuff like that. And obviously look where it's got you. And it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's like like I said, like back, it was like the no face, no case. Some people can do it. Not everybody can do it. Not everyone can be the secretive dude. Like, we all try to be that because it's cool. It looks cool. 007, you don't know who I am, but like,
but that's hilarious. No, but
yeah, you just need to be creative. You need to show face. You need to make reels. You need to be. Unfortunately, I have a bunch of videos that don't do well. Like there's only like 2,000 views on it or 1,000 views on it, but compared to the ones that I get like a couple thousand. But here's the thing: what I want everyone to remember too. Think about how much 1,000 people is. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. 500 is a lot of people. I couldn't fit 100 people in my house right now. That'd be too much. So think about that every time you post, because slowly but surely it will work. Is it always going to work? I don't know, but it will work.
That's a fact, and then it's also enjoying what you do.
Yeah.
Like when you enjoy what you do, you will do that thing for free for like 1,000 times. It don't even matter for you to just do it for money. You feel me? Like it's just you're just gonna continue to do it, and at some point, somebody's gonna give you the recognition, and you're gonna get something out of it. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you really gotta enjoy while you do it. You gotta enjoy what you do. But yeah, nah. As not only did you do the fitted, but you obviously had to pay homage to your people, to your community with this beautiful snapback. And I say beautiful because it is like I like to talk my shit about my the snapbacks and everything, but
gotta do it.
but it definitely pays homage
Yeah.
to the throwbacks. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like as you show here, like all black with the you feel me, paying homage to LA as well. Two
That
iconic
ETE
hats
vibe.
over there that you see out there. And I love to see that. I love that you actually one of the very few people that did a snapback instead
Yeah.
of just a regular fitted. You
She
threw
did.
the snapback in there. You threw that
Number on it.
feel, that you in there.
Yeah, and shout out to HatClub for allowing you to do that too. That's definitely fire.
Yeah,
You
it was
know, I don't
definitely-
know if negotiated. Hey, if I do a 50, can I do a snapback? But if you did, that was genius. That way you can tap into your own lane of creativity as well. That's fire.
That was probably a little bit of both of us because when I signed up, Davi was just like, she's like, we got to do a snapback, and I was like, I was hoping you guys would let me. And she goes,
Look at that.
say less.
There
like,
you go.
You gotta ask, and I was like, perfect. I was like, I was hoping in the contract that somewhere said snapback because
They knew what they was doing. They had to bring the right person in there for that, man.
Yeah.
Bro, my first
That's
design
great.
though, I swear, if they would approve my first design, I guarantee all of you would change your ideas about snapback. That first design would have gone. I want to try to do it on a fitted. We'll see. Just because I know I've seen what other brands do and I know their capabilities. So I'm like, I want to talk to them, but like, bro, let's do the first design because I know it'll make everybody go crazy.
Yeah. The only person that got a bad stigma on it is always. I don't mind a snapback. I started off wearing snapback.
I just grew out of snapbacks just because, like, bro, like, so Pete, I used to do moving, right?
Yeah,
so
no.
I'm working outside all day, every day. You feel me? And I'm in the hot sun of Florida, bro.
Yeah.
Like the one time, bro, I had a Bass Pro mesh hat on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All day outside, bro. Once I got home, I take a shower. I look at my head, bro, and I said, "What is that?" I thought I had bumps.
What is that?
I said, I thought I had bumps or something, like some type of allergic reaction. Now I'm looking in the mirror. I said, "Nah, you're lying." And then I grabbed like another mirror and looked at the back, and I had the half moon of the hole. And I was like, "Yeah, nah, I can't do the snappy backs no more. Never again, bro."
No.
And ever since then, bro, I never went and got.
I can't blame you. I can't blame
Another snapback though. But don't get me wrong, I definitely started with snapbacks, bro. Like I think I still got old pictures of like when I was collecting, and bro, I think like 80% of my collection used to be snapback because I used to collect like the Huff hats and the starter hats and all.
And
of
that's what I'm
this.
saying. Like I feel like a lot of dudes forgot where we came from. Like Huff, Diamond, the hundreds.
The hundreds was classic.
That's a throwback.
Those were if you pay attention, the hundreds is the king of the flips. They were the king of flipping all vintage snapbacks, bro. That's why they did so well because people were like, I recognize that design because, bro, half of their first years were all vintage snapbacks designs. I was like, bro, this is a vintage.
Yeah,
snapback.
and I'm glad you say that because I like people do the flips now on the fitteds and everything, but it's like, bro, do y'all realize where that really comes from? Do y'all realize what that started at? Like, even myself, I had to smack myself in the head every now and again. I'll be like, bro, you love talking shit because you was at the Zoomies and you feel me lining up for them fitteds and for the hoodies to go with it. You feel me? Nah,
Zoomies isn't what it was back in the day, man. Zoomies definitely changed a lot. But
I'm telling you, look at a young D Wilkes in the Snappy. The King's joint.
Oh, with the shark teeth on the
I'm
side.
trying to tell y'all. I was snap back professional.
True to this.
Bruh. And so y'all tell me, y'all you should do the one snapback or the two snapback? Because I every now and again I'll come out with the two snappy backs. You know, like I have the snappy back on the thing
here,
and the one in the hip.
Never. That's not.
Nah, bro. I definitely did pull a few fits like that. Like I think a few times I pulled that. I was like, yeah, I had to do the double snap.
Yo, check this one out. I think I might still have this one. What was this one called? What was this one called with the
splash? That's a splash.
That's a splash. Yeah.
Joint? Okay.
Yeah. And
So this how I snap at. I was a Mitchell and Ness head, so I would have a splash Mitchell and Ness with the splash cardigan Blackhawks.
Wow.
I used to be Mitchell and Ness. Like I shopped on there like it was like TJ Maxx.
That was the only store you knew.
Yeah, I was online shopping on there like crazy.
Are we allowed to know the design that you said that got rejected?
I don't want to bring it up just because I'm
might
going to
still
try to
drop
push it again. I want to push it.
Okay,
again.
fair enough.
I'm going to push it every single time. But it is a vintage snapback. That obviously it is a vintage snapback design. It is something I think would open a lot of different doors because if I do my team, everybody want to do their team and their edition. So I think that would be fun. Yeah, that's why I think it's fun. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the whole process was cool. I learned how to make a hat with Wilder fitted. Shout out Wilder. He was the reason we made the process behind it. And yeah, man, it was full.
Gente, ese de lo mío. Shout out to the Spanish community. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Spanish people out there, man.
He's so funny, dude. I met him in person when he did his Para mi gente. No, yeah, was it Para mi gente? Yeah, the Para mi gente drop out here.
Yeah, that one's stupid.
Man's is always busy. He's on. That man has like 2 phones on him. He's got the digicam on him. He's not working.
Well, he's the social media manager of HatClub.
He's the marketing manager. Yeah, marketing manager. Davi is the marketing administrator, and then we have our
Panda.
we got our new marketing director. Shout out Austin. Austin is no longer the marketing director, but shout out to him. He's the one that also scouted me as well, but he's moved on to better things. So shout out to Austin, and now we have a new marketing director. So yeah, it's a little behind the scenes.
That's dope.
Yeah, man, it's been a fun ride. I don't even know. Yeah, like I said, this one I think honestly out of the hats, I want to say this is my favorite. Like obviously this is my daughter's, but this one's my favorite because I wore a Raiders hat every day for a long period of time, my Raiders script. And so like this, I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna wear this every day. It's just like an easy hat, can't go wrong. If I can't match the fit, got the perfect hat to go with it. You feel me? And that was my intention with the hat. It's like I want the hat to go with everything.
That's fire.
That's what's up. I'm glad they gave you an opportunity because you definitely did. You did well. You did well, my guy. You did well.
Smashed it.
For sure.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go into some more hats that either dropped or coming up. I think that this is definitely a hat worthy of being shown.
Okay.
This is the Kill Bill the Bride. This came out of Crown Legends. Nice yellow on the top. I think they killed this, bro. That 99 patch is crazy. And now they really kind of went crazy because watch when you see the top view.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's a half and half. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, they snap. Cause then she cut. Oh, I get it.
That's
Didn't she? Yeah, that's
yeah.
I hate that it's a Red Sox hat. I hate that it's a Red Sox hat. But God.
Yeah, no, I think this is
that's fire.
I think this is.
I might have to. That's crazy.
I was gonna say you got to do that on a for Kill Bill. What other B team is there?
Yeah.
Ain't no. They got to do Boston.
Nah, you could use. He could have used
Brooklyn.
Yeah, the Brooklyn B. But at the same time, I feel like there's not a side patch to be able to hit like this one.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? This one got the whole Sue with the blood and everything. Like I feel like they did this very well. This is the same guy that did the Oompa Loompa one. The Oompa Loompa one he did. So
the one we was like, okay, where we was like lead at the Tommy, but yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, okay. Well, he killed that one.
Yeah, nah, he killed this. Shout out to him. Shout out to him over there.
Yeah.
There's that one right there. I think that's a Goya for sure.
Yeah.
And then there also with Crown Legends,
Okay.
it's bruh. Y'all see that,
Spawn.
right?
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That green is crazy.
Green is fire.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this.
I'd never think that color would go well, but
Let me ask you this. To
Go
be
ahead.
tactical, though, to be tactical, wouldn't it have been better to do glow white? That way, it would have glown that green, and then you would have had the S white, like Spawn's face is. But then you would have had glow white, and when you flash the glow, it would have been green like that. But that's still fire, though. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that ain't
I
fire,
feel like they
tactical
probably
wise.
did think about that, but then the fact that during the day it would just be a
It
white,
was just
it would just be just a white. I feel like it, but like,
But that's why I like the double entendres on that. Is Spawn is a normal dude, but then he can turn into Spawn. So like, I don't know.
true.
It would have been fire either way. That's dope though. That's dope. He killed that.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's nice. That green is perfect actually.
Nah,
That's nice.
they Crown Legends got some people over there that they know how to work details. They
Yeah.
work in details.
This is what Flo
Goya
was
for
saying,
sure.
wasn't it? Flo was saying that there's so many people that have these incredible ideas that it's just Hats just has this availability that Shoes doesn't, because Shoes is only going to celebrities for collabs, while Hats goes to your everyday man or woman who have some of the best creative minds in the world.
Yeah.
So,
I think somewhere along someone in the game said like the hats are just my canvas, and now to be the artist I can, and it's just a different take, different artists, different spectrums, different mediums. Bro, like that's nice.
So,
This is super nice though. Goya all across the board.
Yeah.
That was it.
yeah.
So
I would say that's coming out in Crown Legends. He said invoice.
It's already out. There's a full size one on their site.
Oh, hey, sick. I'm gonna have to look at that.
nice.
And
nice.
now, this next one is actually like very interesting to me, just because like you don't see the store really working with people like that, and I'm just glad that it's this person to do that with that store. This is coming out of Toppers, on the 22nd. Mr. Whatfire got a collaboration with Toppers USA.
Nice.
A nice Chicago and a Yankees hat. You feel me? Like Brooklyn and the Blue Jays. And if y'all don't know, the only one that I know that's guaranteed like hooked after his nephew or nephew is this Blue Jays right here, because he passed away and everything. But I'm pretty sure every single one of these hats is hooked to to one of his kids and or lady, because he's like that, he's all about family, and like I think this is really dope. I think that this came out super clean, and let's be real, Toppers doesn't have bad quality hats. They just don't know how to put colors together all that well. So I'm glad that they finally bring in somebody that can do that. They can spice things up and do it nicely, do it very well. Shout out to Mr. Wildfire over there, man.
The Chicago's clean for sure.
Yeah. This Yankee one, bro, like you can't go wrong with this Yankee one. Sneaky two-tone, you feel me? It's sneaky.
Yeah.
Like, stop it. This Chicago one though. I think the Chicago one is my favorite one for sure. I like purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors as well. So I think this Brooklyn one is pretty clean too. I like that yellow right here. Yeah. The Blue Jays is nice too. Say it again.
I was like, is that a Kill Bill? No, but you told me it's all family rendition. I was like, that could be. I look like a Kill Bill rendition too.
Yeah, but this is all now. Shout out to Mr. Wildfire. Overall, I say Goya, just the hats are clean, and the opportunity of working with that store is also really dope. What y'all think?
For me, it's always, like we were saying, it's always a shock for me to see a store like this working with someone, because we were talking about ambassadors, and HatClub obviously have a collection of ambassadors. Topper store, to my understanding, only have one. and that's obviously, like I said, Tommy Trigger over in the Netherlands. So for them to have a collab, it's an interesting one. I mean, obviously, it's done really, really well and everything like that. It's just no one expected it, and it begs the question of, is this going to be something that we see regularly? And if it is this something we're going to see over here in the UK? Because obviously, Topper Store is the only company that has a European presence.
Right.
Yeah.
That has the ability for ambassadors and collaborations, you know. And obviously, I don't know if any other stores have international ambassadors. Yeah, wink, wink, HatClub. But it's, you know, you never know what this could open up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure that they know that the market is there, but I think that they should combine the two instead of just leaving it to the like one side. Like even home games does the crossovers to where like they even take some of the hats from New York and take it over to Japan and Japan
Yeah,
to New York
exactly.
and vice versa. You know, I think it'll be dope to cater to the hat community that's over there. And there's a decent hat community because I've been on Pat's lives and it'd be like 1,200, 1,500 people.
Yeah, it's not small, that's for sure.
Like I see his lives, like there's a lot of people that be tapping in. You feel me? 1,500 people tapping into a live, him just showcasing hats. I think it'll be dope to open the market a little bit more. You know?
Yeah.
I say
I think
go.
he
Yeah,
did. I think he did go ahead, man. Especially, you know, he said the hooks is more towards family. You can never go wrong with that. Definitely go ahead. Inspirations for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Flo, gonna ask you some more questions, brother.
Go ahead.
Hope that these questions don't rattle you too much, right? Being that you are a HatClub ambassador and everything, right? And you are learning more and more of the hat community. Who do you feel like, in your eyes, is really pushing the fitted community forward?
Man. Yeah, man, there is a. I want to pay homage to these kids out here because I'm gonna say he might not. Maybe I don't know if y'all heard about him, but I feel like these are the kids that are like not as known, or maybe they should have known, but they're the pushers. But all the like Queso Fitted, I don't know if you heard of him, Queso Fitted.
Yeah. Definitely heard. Okay, so
So
Neil
I've
Pasadena
known,
and everything, right?
yeah. So I know Queso Fitted because Anti Square connected me with him way back when he was when fitteds were flipping for a lot of money. Like he'd be like, "Yo, like you want to be a body for me? Go flip a hat." And I was like, "What the heck?" And I was like, "That's crazy." And he put me in a group chat with Queso way back when, and I think like he now recently got a contract with Neo Pasadena over here in LA. They now have a contract with New York, and I think they are the real reasons that like there's like hype or movement because dude, they got a Discord, they got their group chats, they got they were going crazy. Like and like it's all just like online and everything, and like I want to say he's one of the like that pushes hard for like the underground people that don't really like aren't like as active and like but do like to collect, and he's just there flipping, and so all that crew right there, and then my other one would be obviously Wilder. Like Wilder connected the dots from Hat Club like USA to now Mexico, like over in Central America and Mexico. Like there's a huge, like you guys don't even know in Colombia, dude. There's in Colombia these vintage in Colombia, and the other country is like Saudi Arabia, believe it or not. But like, these dudes are crazy collectors of hats, vintage and fitted.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Really? Saudi Arabia, that's something new to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So in Colombia, that's big. It's more vintage, but they are getting into the fitted too because it's more affordable.
Yeah.
And but in Saudi Arabia is like huge. But I feel like Wilder's finally connected that dot of like because we obviously are the Spanish, have that Hispanic community. We talk Spanish, we make those Spanish videos, but like that's the way to bridge it and connect with people. And like I know people from I have vintage collector friends like via Instagram that are from like Indonesia, that are from Vietnam, and like they tell me like, bro, we tap into your lives because we love watching you. I'm like, first of all, like the fact you guys understand us is crazy. You guys understand English. He's like, yeah, like not all of us do. Some of us just kind of like guess here and there, like how much it's going to be. And I'm like, that's crazy. But that's a dedication that like you need. And so I think Wilder fits a great example of like trying to connect that dot of like, hey, not just the USA. It's over here, and then we got Rob over here trying to connect UK to the USA, which is great too. And I think that's what it really is. We need to just stop saying like it's only a market here. Nah, it's a market everywhere. Everybody recognizes it. We're all being seen. And so I think it's just like, you know, we all just need to give all creators a chance. You know, this whole ambassador thing, like you said, it's great. You know, let's give chances to everybody because obviously we all have a vision.
I got a question, Flo. I know this is not off topic, but it's on topic. How long does something got to be like out of current date? When do y'all consider it vintage? Like what's the time frame on it? Like, do y'all think, okay, if it's a year old, like it was last year, that ain't vintage, y'all? Like, how long is the span to be considered vintage?
So obviously you know, funny, Rob tells me I'm the knowledge book of everything, but everything's been handed down to me. I'm almost like third generation of this stuff, and I can quote unquote the real vintage is 20 years old. It's now between 15 to 20 now. That's when you gauge it.
Okay.
And anything after that is not really vintage. So if you got something that says 2012, I'm not going to consider it vintage. You know, it's getting there, but it's not vintage, right?
Right.
But no, yeah. I mean, but what's funny is vintage snapbacks weren't vintage when the hype was there. Like if you do the math, they were only like 10, 12 years old. Now they're considered vintage. So yeah, that was the funny part. I don't know how that rhetoric got out there.
Because the same thing. If you think about it,
boys, FS guys, they're the owners over in Canada. They were probably a big collector. They would give to Mac Miller, Wiz. They're the connection to a lot of vintage snaps. And then when I asked them about that, they're like, "Dude, we have no idea how the word became vintage snapbacks. Obviously." He's like, well, we just ran with it, and everybody else ran with it, and it just what it was, you know. And then obviously, Tisa saying Tisa vintage snapbacks, you know, that's even more how it got to that. But yeah, technically it is 20 years, but you know, you could do 15.
Makes sense. I think you get that same thing in
vintage.
Yeah, I think you get the same thing in the sneaker community with the Jordans and stuff like that. People call it vintage, and then they re-release, and then no longer can you call it vintage, and then what that? Yeah.
No, I feel like people just be throwing around the word vintage, especially like the ones that's trying to like be resellers and everything, because you got a lot of people that they go to the thrift stores and buy a bunch of stuff and try to be resellers and everything, and they just throw the word vintage in there because people don't know and won't do the research. And they just fall for it, you know.
What if it's based on how many generations have worn it? Like, if my grandfather wore it, like if my grandfather was able to wear it, then it might be considered vintage. Like if my father, he's a grandfather now. Like if he wore it when he was young, it might go based off that. It might be a new, how many generations of people actually got to wear that style.
I feel like that could actually be the actual thing for the hats, though.
So.
For the hats, right?
You can't lie,
Because because I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? Like, if my dad was able to wear like these type of hats, and that was his style of being cool. Like at this point, like, bro, you like 52 right now. That's vintage,
right?
And what's crazy to me, like, I think I was telling Rob, or I forgot who I was telling the other day. I was like, I'm 30. I'm about to turn 32 this year. I'm getting up there now. And I remember when I was like 18, 19, buying hats. I was reckless, man. I had half my check would go to hats. And I remember being part of this hat group, right? And these dudes that were my age now, about like 28, 29, they were selling everything. They're like, we're done, getting out the game. Like, I got family now, da-da-da-da. And I remember being like, I'll never be like that. Never be like that. As soon as my daughter was born, bro, I sold everything I could, bro. I sold every single thing worth the value because I said, I don't need none of this. I ain't going to wear nothing. This girl going to throw all my hats. She's going to spit on them. I'm like, nah. Instead of dealing with that, I sold it all. And I laughed, and I tell my girl, I laugh every day because I have more fitteds than vintage now, which is funny. Because it's just price wise too. I'm not spending $300 on hats no more. And and it's funny just because I was like, it's crazy that I was like, they're gone, but I was like, look where we're at. Like I was able to we just moved. If you see, I just moved into my new lease, my long lease here about like 3 months ago. So we did that. I got a new couch off of it, new fridge. So like, at the end of the day, like I always tell people, hats are an asset. Believe it or not, like vintage hats are an asset for me. I sold my assets, and now I'm just chilling, living life, and I'm like thankful for it. So it's crazy to think like when 19-year-old me would be laughing at me right now. Like,
Heck yeah.
so you had
I
to.
bet. But I'm glad you say all that, right? Because obviously, there's plenty of people, because I've seen, like I said, I've seen some of the lives, and like people are spending 1,500, 2,000 on t-shirts. two thousand
Yes, bro.
dollars on a t-shirt. Like I seen the what's the girl called? Harley Quinn, black and red, the big all over print, and
Mhm.
then like that one is a very sought after one, long sleeve. That joint like $2,000, right? So, but and y'all have built, like, the vintage side of things have built a huge community and a following, and people that support each other genuinely, you
Mhm.
know. And being that you are a Hot Club ambassador, and obviously you just stated that you have more fitteds in your collection now, what do you feel like the fitted community could do better to for the like the hot community could do better to just elevate and be more of a community like you guys having a huge community, like you guys' communities is
Man,
It,
the community is crazy. I can't lie. I know the one thing is just obviously the years, but Hat Club has the years obviously. But then the I feel like the social aspect of it, they kind of missed it because, like I said, the reason I think we worked out so well was we're a bunch of vintage snapback heads. We created a Facebook group called WWVSC, and this is before the check marks. This is before check marks. This is kick. This is kick time. Kick DMing people that way, and we used to be scammed, bro. We used to get scammed back in the day. I definitely been scammed once or twice, and you know the Discord is a great way to build that. That's what they're doing too. So they're following a similar platform, but I feel like what gets lost is like I said, not paying. I think they're doing it right. They're paying homage to people that are creative. So like for us, for that WWSC, when we get people on the lives, it was all these big heads or small people, but they had great collections. So I almost think similar to what you guys do, I think they should sign people up like you, do a podcast and show off hats, sell hats, do that, and so that'd be something great to interject because this right here allows people to feel like they're a part of the conversation. Lives are cool and everything, but I feel like lives are a one-way thing now. I feel like a podcast that's live when like on their Instagram would be amazing because it allows everybody, and because you're paying homage to collectors and stuff like that, and for them they just talk about
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Hat Club
So
should talk.
do you feel like storytelling is important
Oh
to
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah, it has to.
Yeah.
If no story, there's no reason to it. Feel me? Anybody can create a design, but if the person behind that design doesn't really have anything behind them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, you're
There's
like,
no
okay,
meaning.
it was cool,
Yeah.
but I
No
feel I'm not
substance.
gonna pop it. I feel like when someone has a story behind the hat, for sure, like people connect way more deep to it. So like I said, like I think Hack Club is doing the right thing, but I think they definitely just the people that are doing podcasts, people are doing they need to do all that and stuff like that. But obviously as a official brand company that's been it takes a lot of like there's a lot of loopholes, a lot of contracts, so I can imagine. But yeah, they're doing it right, the whole ambassador thing. But I think definitely more lives, more communicating, and yeah, just make people feel special. I think that's what it really
Yeah.
is.
That's what's up. Well, yeah, bro. Before we get, we're coming up closer to an end, but before we end, we're gonna show a few more hats,
Okay.
and something that's not a hat, because
Mhm.
this was supposed to be a Complex Con exclusive, and now
Yeah.
it's available
Mhm.
at Home Game New York's website, retailing at $250. If you like
Mm.
yourself a BB Salmon belt, if you are a BB person and you didn't know that this came out, you can go get it. You can go grab it for yourself. You feel me? Nice little BB Salmon belt, done by Frosty Preem. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think this is done very nice. Y'all already know we
Yeah.
spoke on that. We have Frosty on here. He showed the
He
BB.
confirmed. He
Yes,
confirmed
sir.
it was
Yes,
a New
sir.
York thing. He confirmed it.
Yes,
Shout
he
out to
did.
Frosty
Yes, he did.
Preem.
Yes, sir. Taz Moolah did one
Okay.
of his. He said he's calling this one like one of his last drops that he's gonna do,
Oh.
or if not
Well,
his last drop that he's gonna do. Let's not see the video because that joint is super dark. Let's go. Let's go to these pictures right here because I feel like Taz definitely did his thing on this. This came out yesterday. You can go on home game. There's a few sizes left available still, and I can't complain about this. I think this is done very well. Honestly, I couldn't tell you the hook, but nonetheless, it's a
It doesn't
fire hat.
resonate. Doesn't resonate. Got it.
But he hasn't put it in the. There's nothing in the description. Normally, home game put it in the description what it said, but there's nothing in there.
Yeah, no. They just have the colors on it. I think they're going more on the simple way, and I feel like they should just not put the colors on the thing. I think we've all shared that feeling that they shouldn't put.
They should.
I was reading. I was like, why did they say the colors on there?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on the website.
They're giving the sauce away, man. People's like, don't be afraid to tell the sauce. So now they're giving it away.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I think this is done. This is done well. I think these colors flow well together. I would say it's
crazy. Made in Myanmar. I've never seen that.
Myanmar.
They starting.
You never seen the Myanmar?
A lot of them are starting to say that now.
Yeah, is that okay? That's that's. I've never
they run small though, so if you ever do get a hat that comes from Myanmar, just know like whoever cops get a size up because they do run small. Yeah,
I need the tariffs to get right. I need all my joints to come from Bangladesh.
This is nice though. This is nice. I'd give this a gabagool just because the following hat is also from home game. Okay. And this one I got already. And as y'all see, it's very similar. But I felt I like this more, you know? Yeah. And I got the 1.0, so I had to get the 2.0. That
old was a gabagool for me too, because I think I had bought a one that was similar in that same colorway. Like it was a different color gold, but it was green and everything just like that. But yeah, no, this Knicks joint, if it wasn't a basketball, you know me, as much as basketball I play, I just don't like our basketball logos and the scripts. I pass on them every time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the concept is definitely, of course, fire. The first one was fire. This one's just as fire. It's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like that he used so on the 1.0 there's no like logo in the bag, no NBA logo, no team, no nothing. And he also changed the side patch. Fun fact that I actually just learned when I was on Caps and Curveball Thursday, this patch is no longer available.
No way.
Yeah, so this is a banned patch.
Oh,
so you can no longer you can no longer have the this is
bring yourself to the forefront
Wilson.
and show it again.
I got you right now.
Here we go. Here you go. So now I can see. Okay.
I love that patch.
Band logo. Okay.
It's crazy. It's a clean logo.
Yeah, two-time World Series World Champ patch. Yeah, World Champ patch. But yeah, 2.0 on the Kryptonite. This is nice. This is super nice. I like this a lot. This is Goya for sure. Yeah.
It's so fun.
Rob, what you see? What you think?
Yeah, see, I don't know what it is for me. I'm always a little bit skeptical about if it's. I don't know what it is. I think I just really like the Batman on the back of hats. If it's a little bit different, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't sit right with me. It just seems a bit like.
Oh, so you're sitting with the works on this one, like you more on the baseball side hats rather than the NBA hats.
Yeah, I feel like maybe if I get more exposure to these hats, maybe if I buy one and I can style it right, maybe I'll like it. Yeah. I need to give it a chance.
You think? But yeah, you know what I think it is for me is the fact that we don't wear hats when we play basketball.
Yeah, fair.
So seeing a basketball themed hat, except for like I said, the vintage joints. Yeah, the vintage joints that my granddaddy and my pops used to wear.
Yeah,
you know, but these I mean, again, not this one per se, but just our newer logos.
NBA logos in general. I get what you
mean. Yeah.
What you think, Flo?
I think I'm with them too. I think it's just like some NBA logos are just, I don't know. I feel like because it says New York on the front, I feel like it should be an MLB patch on the side.
I want to give you an example. I bought a Denver Nuggets joint, but it was the Mutombo like colorway of Colorado. Like it was the Denver, Colorado, like that navy with the brown. Like I bought and I bought a basketball joint, but it had to be an old school like logo and style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for me, it's always harder with these newer logos. I
Yeah.
always, I love how they design them. I'm just like, I don't know if I just like Rob, like, how would I wear it?
Hey,
NBA
but I
need to
will
do a
say
vintage
though,
season.
I will say though, so y'all know, get
Yeah.
to it. The hardwood classics are available.
Mm.
So the side patches that used to be on the Mitchell and Nesses,
Yeah.
now they're available for New Era. So like that New York State, Empire State, and all of those, yeah, they're
We're gonna
available.
see some interesting stuff.
Ooh,
Hey
that's
man,
sick.
yeah, not for sure. I don't doubt it. But yeah, that's how
Yeah, so
that was worldwide F&M. I'm sure there's still like bigger sizes left
so
over at home game. Y'all can go grab that. Next up, this is the hat that's gonna be releasing pretty soon, and I really like this John because I think the details on this thing is like once you really look at the hat and how he did it, I think this is done. Franco does very good work, bro.
okay.
Franco Blue Brims, they do very good
Yeah,
work. This is
Franco's
Paul
inspired
Walker.
by Paul Walker,
Mm.
the red, white, and blue symbolizing like the racing lights and
Yeah,
everything. You
Fast
feel
and
me?
Furious.
Like, yeah. The
Mhm.
colors on the side, the blue obviously for the skyline, with the
With the
silver
whip.
stripes. I think this is
not
gonna be
not to ruin the hat, but
Mm.
did you guys not hear that the actual the Nissan Skyline that you had in the movie wasn't actually a Nissan Skyline? It was just a body kit on top of something else.
Yeah. I heard
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I believe it. You know, that car was still pretty expensive even back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think to use it to get one of those cars just for a few shots.
I
Let's be
mean, the
real,
funny
bro.
part
Like you
is,
talking about,
as many movies they did, they probably could afford to buy a Skyline now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just,
exactly.
nah. At this point, but I think at the beginning, I shoot
yeah,
what the budget probably was like very little.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, like you look at like let's be real. Don't get me wrong. The actors in the movie were like great. Like the movie came out great, but
yeah.
like you really look like they ain't spend like a lot of money on
Yeah.
on actors and stuff. It turned out to be great, but come on, man. But yeah, I think this is done very well. This is coming out of Home Game New York. He also is doing a giveaway for this. So if y'all want, you know, you must be following this account right here, like, comment, repost, all that good stuff, and you can probably get early access on it. Nice blue underbrim, gray. I think this is a very well done hat. Shout out Franco and them boys over there, Home Game New York. You know. And then last but not least. This one is a very special one that I like just because this is my favorite villain of all time.
Okay.
In every version that you can think of. Um, Joker, Mr. AMS, y'all already know he embodies he doesn't embody, that's his I guess you could say what, alter
Alter
ego.
ego.
Yeah, the alter ego is the Joker, and we got a series of hats from AMS coming out at Birding Chicago. He did a Blackhawks with the black dome, purple
Okay.
brim. Did also the blue with the
Red
black.
cups.
I think this pack is crazy, bro.
This marketing for
Let me look
this,
at mine.
as you know, I've said before in previous episodes, I'm a huge fan of how people market things. This is insane to me because this
Yeah,
is
bro.
like it's like a whole movie.
Yeah.
I love it. That I more and more the more you say it, bro, the more I pay attention to those little things as you know, from marketing, like photography and like the what goes into it. And honestly, like they really went crazy for this. Like he really, like, they set out a whole scene for this. It was like every day there was a new scene being posted leading up to the reveal of the hats,
Nice.
which I think was genius. It was really smart. And on top of that, like even before he released the videos, he dropped a pin for everybody. Like it was a Joker pin. There was a collab with PBJ. And he was like, wait, is he doing like Joker hats? Like, what are the Joker hats that he's gonna be doing? Like, what's going on? You know, it left you with that one of like, what's coming next? What's
Yeah,
coming next?
exactly.
You know, yeah. Nah, shout out AMS. You know,
Smart.
He'll be here. He'll be here soon. Yeah, nah. This is fire. What y'all think about this?
Yeah, I mean,
I like Batman, so I'm gonna say Gabagoo. No,
I mean, but
I
as
think
far
listen. The
Go ahead,
marketing is definitely Goya. The marketing is fire. Again, I think the colorway it's on the vibe for me. It's on the vibe of the Halloween stuff. I'm tired of seeing it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I done seen a lot of Jokers. Not that this one is done bad. I'm just saying for me, I'm okay with not seeing another Joker for at least a couple years. I'm okay with it. But he definitely did work on. I appreciate the fact that he did a Chicago Bears, the football team. Now that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think that was dope. I think, like I said, the marketing, the concept of it is Goya. For me, it's a Gabagoo because I'm not seeing myself get them. I'm not. I think the creations are definitely dope though.
Yeah. I like this a lot.
Yeah,
I like this.
The marketing
a lot,
is fire.
Yeah, no. Me personally, I like everything about the drop. Like, I'm a sucker for Joker stuff. Like, that's my favorite villain. My favorite superhero is Batman, so I just like them both, and I think this is done very well. I think this is
I think that's what it is for me and you because my favorite superhero is the Flash. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't here this villain like that. That's why we, but we got different contrasts. Joker, your guy. Okay, I see. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, no, the Joker definitely my guy for sure. No, but yeah, man, that's it. That's it for the hats on the Keep It Being podcast. I hope y'all like the little rundown of hats and everything. And
a lot of good work.
As we're coming on to an end with Mr. FLO.Goods on here. FLO.Goods, if you could talk to your younger self before all of this, what would you tell him?
Man, I definitely had a conversation about this the other day too, and this was, I think, to yourself is like, and I think to everybody, there's probably one or two things, but first off top, don't let the ego get to you, because with the hat lies and everything, I was definitely at round 2 hat lies and everything. I felt like I was a type of way, and like I said, the younger me looked back and I was like, nah, man, you definitely are a different person. And should be, and I look back and I was like, man, the work I've done is definitely something to be proud of, but not something to be superficial about. And so I definitely thank myself for realizing that because, you are creative, you are a person, but you're not, all that. So, you put you just level yourself and you just realize like, hey, I am a creative person and that's enough. I'm very creative and I'm blessed to have these opportunities. That's the other thing, all these things that happen, remember, be thankful, be blessed. And then Rob, I think this is why I mean so much too. Man, check on yourself. Remember to check on yourself. Love yourself. If you haven't heard it now, and I've said it before, I love y'all. As men, we don't hear it enough. We don't get our flowers enough. But you guys give the flowers to the guys out here. You feel me? Like whether you guys know it or not, you showing these hats to these people, like that's the flowers that they deserve, that we all want to hear and be like, that was a good hat. Whether we get the critique or not, but like I love to hear it. I want people to tell me about my hat. I want someone to say it was good or not good. And with that, check on yourself because at the end of the day, you want to be felt, you want to be loved. And so you remember, guys, that as men, we're just as important. We work hard. I know a lot of us do. We double shifting, we be working, we doing this online. And so just remember to talk to yourself, that you love yourself and that you're doing this for yourself. And that's pretty much it, man. Time moves quick. So be thankful and then check on yourself and check on your friends, hit that message like, hey, you good? You good? And that's it. It's simple enough. Your boy gonna tell you. And so I think that's always important.
Thank you, bro. Awesome. That was some great words, bro.
To piggyback off of Flo, anytime Rob gets in our chat and he tells us those type of things, I always tell him, yo, man up. But I want him to know out my mouth, man, now those words are appreciated even when I'm joking with y'all, saying, yo, pause and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are just jokes, Like he said, we do gotta, check on each other. I'm not the friend that's gonna check on you, but I'm always pray for you. All right, just know that. If I don't ask you, know that I have said a prayer, and make sure you're okay, you know. But we all got to check on each other. But at the end of the day, y'all, man up, put on some ice.
Yeah,
no, just kidding.
And then I'll continue to add to that. I love this because even myself, like, I know I come off as a I don't have no other ways to put it, but a dickhead and an asshole at times because the way I speak, I come off very aggressive, very forefront. But just a passionate person, and I care about everybody. Especially like if I consider you a friend of mine, like that's not really like a thing, you know. I moved around a lot growing up, so for me to consider somebody a friend and to have, I'm definitely gonna be up front and forward. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, you feel me? And it's always love. It's always I'm always here, available for everybody. You can always call everybody. DMs are always available. I'm not the greatest on the DMs. You better off calling me. Even if you call me randomly on the IG, I'll most likely answer that before I answer your text message. But it's definitely very important to look out for each other and take care of each other and push each other to different limits, because sometimes we can be our biggest critic and push ourselves down the quickest because we'll be a lot in our heads, you know. And
that's why it's good to have like these podcasts, and like if you're not in part of a group chat, like get in a group chat with a couple of your homies, just add them to the group chat on IG and just, hey bro, look at the meme, look at this hat. Like, it's just good because regardless, you know, you need that community, you need that stuff. So like, it's for everybody. Like,
for sure.
Just, you know, talk.
And you know, if you could take some shit from me, bro, I know you could be my friend because I love to talk me some shit. If you could take some shit from me, I know you could be my friend because I love to talk me some shit. I could take the heat too, though, for sure. But go ahead, Rob, close us out, brother.
So for me, I'm not going to extend too much on the mental health stuff because, as you guys know, if you do follow me, it's something that I'm incredibly passionate about. But Mental Health Month is upon us at the moment. So obviously do look after yourselves, people, and if you want to check in, look at the little hat change. D-Wilk's always doing.
Go ahead, Rob. Keep going. Continue, Rob.
What I am going to say is thank you to these. This isn't a mental health one. Don't worry, D-Wilks. This is a fitted one. So these three people that are currently on the live with, and there's also a fourth person. So shout out Ills for introducing me fully into the hat community and allowing me to be part of something like this. Talking to Flo, many moons ago about picking up this hat. It was one of the first ones that I picked up from abroad, and then obviously meeting these two guys and then Ills and then introducing me to the podcast and then introducing me to content creation about fitted hats. I have a new video, go check it out if you're watching, and stuff like that. And just for you to believe in yourself and just go for it. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep. Right.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, man, thank you for coming to the show. Thank everybody for tuning in to the Keep It a Bean podcast. Another episode, another great interview. We talk vintage hats, we talk fitted hats. We learned a little bit of everything, man. And we appreciate the community. We thank y'all for coming in, tuning in. Even if y'all come later on and watch the episode, just make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, send it to your mama, send it to your auntie, send it to your uncle, send it to everybody. You get what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody. Keep It a Bean podcast. I'm always gonna eat. We have FLO.Goods in the building, Rob, and we got D Wilkes. See y'all next Sunday, 12:30. Y'all already know. Peace.
Yeah, guys. Peace.
Yeah, it's done.